Kim Stewart here. Let me go live over there. Okay, we're going live on both Facebook in our group and going live also over on Instagram. So Kim Stewart here, and this full moon, spring equinox, or you've got the autumn or fall equinox if you're on this other side of the world in the northern hemisphere. Hello, hello. Come out and say hi. I'd love to welcome you as you come on, and we will get this going. Now, let me just move this over this side. Hopefully that's still going to work. Okay, and I can see the, yeah, I can see the comments now. So, as you come on, jump out and say hi, so I know who's here with us. So happy full moon. So what is this meaning for us today? Well, the full moon is always, it's like all lights are blazing. There's so much more energy going on to whatever is happening in your life. So as we enter this equinox phase, so this is where equal day, equal night, where the season is beginning to turn, right? And it can feel like things are a little bit chaotic. Hey Lisa, nice to see you. As we shift in these energies, right? It's time to for us here in the southern hemisphere, we're letting go of the winter routines as we start to come out a little bit more, as we start to feel the weather warming up a little bit more. We're seeing more growth out in our gardens. So we're changing up our own routines. I know for us, we've been walking later in the day during the winter because it was just so cold in the morning. But we've started to walk in the morning again. So things are shifting and things are changing. So, hold on to your hats. It can be quite unsettling as we move into this new phase. Hey Susan, nice to see you, and thank you, I am well. So feel those energies, and then remember, what are the things that keep you really grounded? So one, we want to set our intentions so that we're reminding ourselves of our focus. Where are we headed? For my partner and I, we're headed up north. We're moving to Queensland. So, crazy us in the middle of a pandemic, or not I'm going to say towards the end of a pandemic. Let's be really positive that, we're now changing states. We're moving to another state. And, we're literally choosing we're moving there, but I'm looking at that from a spiritual and energetic level as well, that we're changing states. And we're doing that. We're shifting energies. We're moving to a warmer location. We're wanting to lighten up the foods we eat and lighten up the things that in our being, because that's what I believe we're being asked to do. As we expand in our consciousness, as we are waking up more and more, then it's about letting go of the things that are holding us into a lower vibration and holding us where we are. So, honor that in yourself, whatever that looks like for you. Invite the balance into your life. That's what equinoxes are all about. Where is the balance needed? So, I've got a lot of things at the moment with this planning, right? There's a lot of pieces to the puzzle to get us out of this location and to get us across a border and into a new location. So it means that I need to be really grounded to be able to manage all of those energies and still to be able to show up and do my work. And I'm not doing it perfectly. I'm barking at my partner occasionally and then having to go back and say, I'm really sorry I did that. I'm just feeling a little overwhelmed at the moment. So, allow yourself to be, I'm looking forward to it as well, Carrie. So allowing ourselves to work with the processes, and of course there's a lot of challenges. Do we need to go into hotel quarantine? What's the best case scenario here? How can we address this? And keeping our eye on the, what we want to have happen, but be flexible, that remember the goal is to get there. So, I share that example so that you can use that in your own life and bring that into your own reality. So let's invite that balance. And that balance comes when we focus, our energy. So let's take a moment now together before we get into doing any readings. And yes, I'll pull a card for the overall group, and then I'll also do some individual readings. So let's just bring our attention to our heart space. And you can put your hand on your heart if that feels good for you. Close your eyes and just connect into your breath for a moment. And if you can take a deeper breath, that slows you down straight away. And just notice the difference that just one deep breath can make. So let's do it again. And notice where you're sitting. If you're standing, then notice that you've got something under your feet that is supporting you. If you're sitting on a chair like I am, allow yourself just to let go a little bit more into that support. And feel that support. Because we can get so busy up in our heads, we forget that we're being supported. And just allow yourself to breathe. And here we are. I don't know about you, but yeah, that feels better already. So let's pull an overall card to see what the overall message is going to be today, which of course will guide me as to how best to share. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll get on and do individual readings. Now, whilst I'm doing this, I'm working right throughout this process. So full readings are going off the chart at the moment. People are requesting them left, right and centre. They're 50-minute readings. They're $120. I'll pop the Calendly link in. This also, shorter mini readings, 20 minutes, are available for $80. So realization. This is the overall card. So we're looking at a different energy, different paradigm. So by looking at the balance in our lives, which is the energies of this time of equinox, we'll have a new realization. We'll have an adjustment. We may even have as much as a paradigm shift. So let's go on, and I'm just going to write that down so that I remember that that is the overall message. And where did I see? Okay, if you'd like a card, pop a yes, please. In the comment, anybody that's on Instagram and would like a card, pop a yes, please. So let me see where we are. Catherine is saying she would like a card, so yes. And Susanna. Alrighty, well, let's start there. This live video is moderated. I don't know what that means. Okay, well, I'm learning. There's another change on Facebook, so I'll have to have a look and see what that is. So let us and Carrie. So I've got Lisa and Carrie there as well. So I'm going to start with Catherine and then just keep putting them in for anybody that comes on. All right, so here we go. Catherine. Remembering that the overall message is realization as we look for balance. Just let these cards sort themselves. And there it is there. Okay. Ah, nice card. Blossoming. Okay, so the realization connection in with this card is really, and this goes for everybody, but it's great because we bring these specific questions. Look for where you are blossoming. It's very easy to get caught up in what we're not doing right or what's not working or where we're not seeing the results in our lives. And when you have that feeling and you actually stop and say, well, actually, hang on a minute, what am I doing well? What do I feel like? You know, what wins have I had? What has happened? What is occurring? What do I love about my life at the moment? And that will have you focusing on where you actually are, because we can run these stories in our mind and we've actually forgotten to notice the good that we are doing, the changes that we are making, the progress that we are making. Now, this is not the opportunity to BS ourselves and say we're doing a lot better than we are, because we know when we're doing that. But for you, Catherine, what this is about is really noticing. It's like they're just wanting you to turn and notice where you are achieving well and allow yourself to acknowledge that, because that will change your overall vibration. That's a nice card. Well done for you. Alrighty. Susanna. Oh, okay, so that's jumping out. And it's the same card. So let's have a look. My son just sent me a message, so I'm just tapping back into the energy for you, Susanna. This is more about what do you want to blossom, because there's some hold back here. So let's look at this time of the year. Balance. Where are you being asked to bring some balance, and what is it that you're wanting to achieve? So taking steps towards that. So yes, a bit like what it was for Catherine, and noticing where you are doing well and where things are in alignment. But also for you, the message is where aren't they, and what would you like them to look like? So you can do this by sitting down with pen and paper and going through each area of your life. You can look at career, finances, love life, relationships, health and fitness, spirituality, you know, whatever else I've missed there. I think I've covered on pretty much most of them there. So just, you know, rate yourself. How are you doing in this? Is it where you want it to be? And if not, and again, here is not about looking for perfection, but for improvement. So recently, I got a quote from a book called Atomic Habits, where they talk about, you know, improvement by 1%. So rather than thinking that we've suddenly got to be all the way out here in success and we're actually just looking for those incremental improvements. But the first thing is to know exactly where we're at, and that's what you're being guided to do today. I hope that helps you, Susanna. Let me read this. Catherine, yes, actually I have had to reassess on where I am. I am doing a training assessor course. First thing I have to do is a presentation. It freaked me out, went in a ton of anxiety, but I know if I want to do workshops, presentations, big part. Awesome. So that's the edge, right? That's how we grow. It's confronting those edges. And you know what? Remember that most of the people in the presentation are also going to have to do a presentation, so they will be feeling for you. So I would imagine you're in a safe environment there to stretch. And you do. I was sharing last week, I think it was, about just starting to do lives a couple of years ago. So I set myself a challenge to just get on there for, I can't remember how long I did it for, but maybe 6 months every day. And, you know, I felt like I was really awkward at it in the beginning. And of course, that's how you improve, right? It's through experience it. So good on you, Catherine. That's beautiful. So in alignment, and you're noticing it, which is really wonderful. Okay. Lisa, I got my candles. Thank you. Hey, Alison, nice to see you. Let me write you down there. So thank you. They arrived. I haven't even unpacked them because I'm just putting them straight into a packing box. I'll enjoy them when we get to Brisbane. Alrighty. So Lisa, here we go. Hope you're taking those, and it's right there. Attraction. Nice card. So this is about what you put out there, you get back, right? And that's not to put a pressure on you, but it is to choose. So again, coming back to your morning practice, set your day up well, meditation, set your intentions for the day, you know, write a to-do list, whatever it is for you that you want to get achieved, but start it by who you're being, how you're nurturing yourself, how you're taking care of yourself. And then from there, you allow it to come to you. You attract that into you. So it's all about who you're being and the importance of setting that vibration up first thing in the morning. So that's another confirmation of that for you. And when we let ourselves be who we truly are, we attract everything that is in alignment with us. So we make it way harder than it needs to be. Oh, Carrot's jumping out at me. Okay. Gratitude. So gratitude, I love this card because it's actually the hand coming down from the heavens. So in that that initial exercise that we did this morning there, where we were feeling for me, the chair I'm sitting on, and just remembering that we are supported. So supported physically by the chair, but supported, this is a co-creative process. And remembering that we are supported, but not from that headspace, from that experience space. Allowing yourself to, feel into that support and being grateful for that support and connecting in with that support. That's how you're connecting in with it. It's allowing that gentle openness to come through so that you're connecting in. Gratitude is the way in, is what they're saying. Awesome. Nice one. Hope that makes sense for you today. Alison. Yeah, I'm so happy I received my candles too, Lisa. Thank you. Oh, there we go. Jumping out at us. Let's go. Okay. Resilience. So this is always, for me, when I see this card, and I'm just going to tap in a little bit more, but it's where you're carrying a burden. And can you shift it? Can you let it go? I mean, I feel like straight away you go, yes, I know what that is, but I'm just going to see if there's anything more on this. I just see just a level of not worrying about saying no to something, like not giving it any extra thought. Yeah. Choosing you, and it's the validation of that as much as anything else. But I felt like there was something initially that you went, yep, I know exactly what that is. Hope that serves you. Okay, Carrie, beautiful. Thank you for your support. Oh, you're most welcome. Nikki, yeah, of course. Nice to see you. Haven't seen you for a little while, I think, Nikki. Alison, okay. So hope that if you want more clarity on that, I'll pull another card. Just let me know if you need more clarity, and I'll pull another card. Ali, I'll move on to Nikki while we do that. Okay. You're welcome, Susanna. Got a little knock at the door, and I'm just reminding my partner I'm doing a live readings at the moment. I'll be with you shortly. Yes, please. Okay. So let me pull this card for Nikki, and then I'll pull another card for you, Alison. So Nikki. Okay, that's there. Protection. Meditation. Setting up your day. Connecting in, like this is okay. Today what this is really about is the message. See the bird there? That's the messenger, right? The message is wanting to come through. And if you know anything about me, you all know that what I want for all of you is that you that you really remember that this is a co-creative process, and that you all have access to all of this information. It's just that it's nice to have somebody else validate it for you sometimes, because we can have so much going on in our own minds. But this is really about, Nikki, you are intuitive. Nikki, you are psychic. You've got all of these gifts and you're not using them to the best of your ability is what the message is. So the bird is saying, please pay attention. Create the space for the message to come in more. Okay, and then they've gone, done, message delivered. All right, Alison, I'm going to go back here. So we did resilience and something that's burdening you. And we could be talking super subtle levels now. Beginnings. Okay, so now we're looking at, okay, so if we tie it back into the equinox, right? So the balance. So straight away I'm shown a weights bar, right? Which of course is relevant. And if you had a heavier weight on one side and a lighter weight on the other side, that's not going to work, right? So it could be just a small adjustment that's needed here to bring that balance, that realization of letting, and I'm talking on a very subtle level now, it's just a little shift in shrugging off another level of that card, you know, that burden. So you can stand a little taller, a little lighter, whatever that is. It can be on a really subtle level. And I'm looking around, I'm seeing food, I'm seeing, so just reducing the burden a tiny bit. I can't give you more than that. I'm hoping that yeah, I think the balance, there's something to be balanced. Sit with it. If it's not coming immediately. Okay, good. Landed. Good one. Awesome. Hi, Anne. You're welcome, Nikki. And not too late. Not too late. Perfectly timed, as always. Okay, let's go. Oh, okay. Who's that? Grandfather Anne. Yeah? Okay, nice. It's there. Okay, so here we go. Realization, I'm just looking at this. Resilience, but I'm seeing the word silence in there, which I've never done before. So let's just explore that a little bit. So silence is around that, and you know for yourself that silence is something that is not a luxury in your life, but a needed. As a very sensitive empath, silence is really something that is called for. So if we look at the equinox energy that's occurring at the moment and balance, and you know, a mother with homeschooling children that's been in lockdown for months on end, life is going to be out of balance. It would be incredible if it wasn't, because that's a lot of challenge to deal with. It feels like things are starting to shift, so take solace in that. I would continue to plan that shift again, and also make sure that you speak the places that you feel like you're carrying more than the others in the household, that's children included, in a positive, empowering way. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you today. Hey Karen, great to see you, and of course you can. And your grandfather there as well, Anne, so I dare say that we'll be talking more to him in our first session tomorrow. So awesome with that. Karen, good morning. Can I have a card, please? Excellent. Let's do it, Karen. Let's see what's coming up for you. You're welcome, Anne. So these cards settle. All right. Oh, there it is right there. Okay. So, oof, enjoy the goosebumps here. Sovereignty. So this is you straighten your crown, you know, in your queenness. Again, reminding you of your regalness, of you're the queen of your castle, and how is that for you? So if we look at the energies of this time around the equinox, equal day, equal night, light versus dark, the balance between that, being as opposed to doing, the balance between that, on, off, night, day, yes, no, forward, backwards, still movement, you know, whatever they are. Have a look at whatever popped up for you there, and remembering again that strength of who you are. And you're such a beautiful person that you're very giving. So maybe it's asking of you to, you know, hold a little more of your own energy for within you, rather than giving it all so generously and so graciously. Be mindful that there's enough for you. Does that make sense? I hope that does. Alrighty, is there anybody else either on Instagram or on Facebook? I'm going to end the Instagram one because it doesn't seem like anybody's popping on there. So let me just do that, and then that will go there. Fantastic. Next. Post it. Okay. Alrighty, I'm just waiting for anybody else to say yes, please, before we finish today. And I hope that that made sense for you, Karen. So I'll just pop that over there, and I'll just move this so that I can see all of this. Okay, great, awesome. Well, I think we have covered off on everybody. It makes perfect sense. Wonderful. That's great. Alrighty. Is there anybody else? Let me go and grab that Calendly link while we're here, so that I've done that as well. And just pop a yes, please, in the comments if you haven't received a card and you would like one. Okay. What's happening here? Alright, let's pop that in there. Okay, you've got that now. Fantastic. Alrighty, it looks like I've covered off on everybody's there. So like I said, you can use that link to book a full reading. If you want anything else, just send me a message and I'll send all the appropriate links for you. Remembering again, let's look at that balance. Where are things out of balance? What adjustments can you make? Find some time to honor that equinox in whatever way, shape or form. It can be, you know, writing things that you want to let go of and burning them to allow the new into your life. Pick some beautiful flowers, buy yourself a bunch of flowers, do something beautiful for yourself that honors all of your gorgeous energies. And I will see you again next week. Depending on how the week goes, I've got another little idea. I might pop up again to do some Q&A and some different things this week. So make sure you've got your notices set to be notified, and sending you loads of love and abundant blessings for this equinox. Lots of love. Bye now.